What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Zary, and before we get into the video, I just want to remind everybody, if you're under level 15 and you want $10 worth of free stuff, go to your settings, go to use promo code, and type in XMGGift. You do that, you'll get $10 worth of free stuff. It helps support the channel. So if you're under level 15, make sure you're using that promo code XMGGift. Enjoy the video. Good morning, my YouTube family. It is your boy Zary. We are here Tuesday morning to talk a little bit about a regeneration team that is, while not game breaking, is fun to play, and I think with a few tweaks to this team, it could be something to talk about. And I made the Ambo and Lance video, talked about a regeneration team, and we're going to get into a little bit about this team. And it consists of 5 players. There's no lead to this team, so that kind of hinders it a little bit. And there's no defender. Now you can put in a defender, and I played around with Tromgar, but I just wasn't as successful. Now I did go through and put in some T7 upgrades on these people just to see what it could really do. And I was able to get to stage 9 on hard tower with this team. So you can do some things with it, but it evolves around the regeneration. And you know, Ambo and Lance, I took the passive ability up to tier 7, where it gains 13% damage for every regeneration on them. At the end of the turn, Ambo and Lance gain 2 regeneration stacks for 3 turns, and an additional 1 stack if Cab and Bob are on the party. At the start of the turn, if allies have 4 or more stacks of regeneration on them, Ambo and Lance gain Oink, otherwise they lose it. You're pretty much going to have Oink up this whole fight, so just keep that in mind. But it does help your survivability. Because of his second ability here, if he has Oink, he removes all regeneration stacks from allies and applies shield equal to 20% of the allies' maximum health for every stack removed. So you can just continuously overshield and overshield. His second ability, I also put the tier 7 on, heals all allies by 430 of Ambo and Lance's magic damage, removes all stacks of regeneration on Ambo and Lance, starting with allies of the lowest health. And here, if he has Oink, he restores 30% turn meter to all allied half pigs and applies haste to all allies with 2 stacks of regeneration for 2 turns, so you're speeding up your team comp. Then here, on his basic, I put this on just for fun because I wanted that armor decrease for an extra turn. So the next one up, before I get into the next one, way I ruined Ambo and Lance is I went for speed and tenacity on him. So just make him as fast as you possibly can. I was looking for some damage, survivability in the secondaries. And if you want to see, I stayed with the 3-dot runes. So, you know, pretty much just went speed all the way across the board. Pretty much the best speed primaries I could get on him. And then I put some tenacity in the northwestern rune. Next one up is Renara. Now, Renara doesn't have any sort of T7 abilities available for her. I don't have any artifacts on the characters, but right here she heals all allies by 400% of her magic damage and applies regeneration for 3 turns. So I'm constantly spamming this. Here, she applies regeneration to the ally with the lowest health for 2 turns. She has the Resurrection, which resurrects with them with regeneration. And then her passive ability restores 15% health and 15% max shield to any ally who has 2 or more stacks of regeneration. All allies with full health after this effect gain cheat death for 2 turns. So, increasing survivability. Again, I went for speed and tenacity on Renara. I don't want her to get debuffed or stunned or anything like that, so. The next one up, I put in Failure. Failure is simply there for damage. Now, on her passive ability, increases magic damage by 20%. When the battle starts, she receives 1 regeneration. for each defender or healer in the party. If Senjiel is an ally, 100% of health regenerated above maximum is converted to shield, so she's just going to overshield herself. And then on her basic, deals 180 magic damage to an enemy, deals an additional 20% magic damage for each stack of regeneration she has on. So she's going to be our primary damage dealer. Then I put in Shaolin. I put on a couple T7s, one for his passive ability, because he is like the next kind of damage dealer, and one of the primary damage dealers in this team you'll be shocked by. Shaolin deals 1% more damage for every 2% of his health, an additional 25 if he's at full health, so we want him to do a little bit more damage. But here, Shaolin and 4 allies recover 45% of turn meter, gain regeneration for 2 turns, and he gains 1 more stack of regeneration, critical chance increase in self-control. So he's the one I substituted in for Tromgar, and because Tromgar does put regeneration on himself, so he kind of fits into the team, and he can act as a leader for himself. Essentially, he doesn't really give much benefit, but Shaolin does some pretty good damage. Now the 5th one is Senjiel, and Senjiel kind of ends up being a very good damage dealer because he has blind, 50% chance for blind. Right here, he applies 2 stacks of regeneration to 3 allies with the lowest health for 2 turns, and then he heals the target and applies regeneration for 4 turns. But his passive ability, he increases magic damage by 10% for each stack of regeneration on allies. There's times where we have 9 stacks on one person. He's critting for like 25-30k. Pretty insane at what he can do, and if Failure is on the battlefield, Senjiel applies regeneration for 2 turns, or on her for 3 turns. So pretty interesting. For him, I went with speed and potency to try to get that blind to stick. I look for critical chance in his secondaries to try to up his damage a little bit, and obviously damage and survivability. Senjiel's the hardest one we have problems keeping alive, but the team's pretty fun. So we're just going to jump into some challenges. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Gold Rush, and we're going to do tier 16. Alright, we're going to go after Duo here. We're going to turn this down to 2 so you can kind of see some more of the damage. So we get up some regeneration. We have 3 stacks. We can't blind Duo, so we're going to try to blind Shaolin. Okay, let's go for an armor decrease. Now here is where we spread around the regeneration. So let's get some more stacks of regeneration up. Failure has 5, 13k, no crit, more regeneration. Let's get up some more regeneration. Now here, we're going to heal, and then we're going to remove all stacks on Ambo and Lance. Gain some turn meter. Get that overshield to start to pump through. Now they got the counterattack, so we don't want that. Now 4 stacks, 9,000. We're going to put this on himself so we can get another stack. Now here, we could go for an armor decrease, or we can remove all stacks of regeneration, right? Apply shield. So we're going to do that to increase the survivability, give ourselves some haste. Now we don't have any here, so we're going to use the neurotoxin to decrease the damage. We're going to get a couple counterattacks, but she has enough overshield to eat that, no problem. Now we're going to use a heal here just to put on some more regeneration. Let's move over to this Shaolin and go for blind. Armor decrease. Let's put up some more regeneration. Now she has 3 stacks, so let's see what we can do. 15k crit. Let's put up some more regeneration. Let's heal. Okay, now all that counterattack's gone, so now we can start the AoE barrage. We're gonna go back and start working on Shaolin, or Master Duo. 20k non-crit from Senjiel. Alright, we got 6 stacks on, 19k. Get an armor decrease. Let's heal again, put on some more regeneration. We're gonna pop this one on failure. She has 15k. Now we're just gonna kind of get our cooldowns back to reset while applying some regeneration where we can. 18k non-crit. She has 4. Now we're gonna spread some poison around. Oh, we only got 2. Let's heal. Spread around those regenerations. Get some more regeneration up. Now we only have 3 stacks, so we're going to put on that damage decrease. Go for some shield. Now Senjiel, we're going to put up some regeneration. More regeneration. Alright, so let's go for some blind. 13k non-crit. Gonna put some regeneration onto Shaolin. Now we have 4. Let's see if we can spread the poison. That didn't really work as intended. But look at all this overshielding on Thalia, Renara. Put on some more regeneration. 3 stacks. Nah, weak hit. Put on some more regeneration. Alright, let's go for Rin, see if we can blind Rin. 20k non-crit. Let's go for... We got enough shield, I think. Let's just go for a basic. Now they got the counters up, so we'll try to get Foul out of here. Actually, we're going to try to blind. Got a blind. We got 3 stacks. Let's go for that. Attack decrease. Regeneration. Put on some more regeneration. More regeneration. She's got 4, so let's spread out that poison. Now let's put on some shield. Keeping Senjiel nice and topped up. No blind. Let's go for the AoE. Moving on to the final. And here's where it can get tricky because we have 3 embers in Lake. So we're going to try to get Lake out of there. Get some regeneration up. 15k. 12k. 23k. Let's heal, get some regeneration. More regeneration. up that regeneration. Alright, let's AoE. I was hoping that would go for Lake, but 25k crit. Alright, so we lost Senjiel. That's okay, we're gonna bring him back. Put up some regenerations. Now let's get that decrease attack. I'm gonna try to get Lake. Actually, we're gonna try to blind an Ember. Got the blind up on Ember. Let's go for some heals to the shield. Lake should be gone. Heal. Get up some more regeneration. More regeneration. Okay, let's remove the regeneration and spread them around. Three stacks. Let's go for the AoE. There we go, getting those poisons up. Go for the armor decrease. Let's see if we can finish this puppy off. 22k non-crit. Going to try to blind. There we go. 11k. Go for the AoE. And there you go. That's what she wrote. And that's kind of how this team plays out. You get some revives, you get that overshield, and you just continue to build on what you want to do. It's a fun little team, not groundbreaking or game-changing by any stretch of the imagination. I could put on artifacts and make them even more beefy, you know, going for some survivability, some potency, things like that. Looking for artifacts that benefit from regeneration, things like that. But that team is just, it's fun to play around with to see what kind of damage you can crank out. You know, I don't have gear 11 plus on Renara, so I could add that for a little more damage. So just a fun little different team. So let's get that theory crafting going. Like, who else do you think we could fit into this team? Where do you think it would benefit? So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of this team. Now, obviously, this is just fun to kind of show what regeneration teams can do. And you could re-rune certain people, like possibly Shaolin, for more damage. You could also go damage on Senjiel to try to really crank up that magic damage that he does. So I just wanted to show everybody kind of what we screw around with on the back end here and things I do for fun. So let me know what you think of the regeneration team down below. And tomorrow we should have Tybalt for noobs coming out. So with that being said, that's what I got for everybody on this lovely Tuesday morning. See y'all in the next one. I'm out.